and today I'm going to be showing you how to make yogurt in an Instant Pot. So let's get started. Okay, all you're going to need is your Instant Pot, and mine has the yogurt setting on it. I have my milk. I prefer to use whole milk. And I have my starter. This is some leftover starter from the batch that I previously made. So I'm going to be using this as my starter today. If you don't have your homemade yogurt, you can buy yogurt at the store, preferably a whole fat, plain yogurt. So don't get like a vanilla yogurt or any type of flavored yogurt. Let's get started. I am only going to make about half a pot. Since it's just me that eats the homemade yogurt, I find that making a full gallon is a little too much for me to go through before it goes bad. So I just do about half a gallon of milk. There we go, that's good. A little bit more than half. I'm going to put my lid on. Now you want to make sure this is on venting. You do not want this on pressure. Get a better view here for you. So I'm going to hit my yogurt button. I'm going to hit my adjust, and I'm going to boil this. Okay, so the boiling cycle has started. So what this is going to do is it's going to bring it up to 180 degrees. It's going to hold it there until the timer goes off. It's going to let me know when it's ready for the next step. In the meantime, I am going to leave my yogurt sitting out on the counter. That way it can come up to temperature, just room temperature, while this is processing. Okay, well, our yogurt has finished doing the first step. It took a little under an hour, so it didn't even take a full hour. As you see, your Instant Pot will now say yogurt across the display. And what we're going to do now is we need to cool down the yogurt to between, or the milk, to between 111 to 115 degrees. Now you can just let it cool down on its own, but since the next process takes 10 to 12 hours, I like to speed this part up. So what I have here is a thermometer, and I have a bowl of ice water. So I'm going to take this out of the Instant Pot and set it right here into the bowl of water. You will get some like milk, I don't know, slime, this was some film on the top of the milk. So just take that off. I take it off and, you know, get rid of it in the sink. Get a paper towel to put that on. So what we'll do is I'll just stir the milk so that it's rotating through, because the outside will get colder than the inside. We want to make sure it cools down evenly. And as I'm doing this, I'm just going to keep an eye on the temperature. Okay, I am at 111 degrees. So I'm going to get this out of the water. And put it back into my Instant Pot. So for the next step, we want to temper our yogurt start. I'm going to do that by putting a little bit of yogurt, or a little bit of the warm milk in with the yogurt, giving that a good stir. We just want to gradually bring the yogurt up to the same temperature as our milk. Since this was homemade yogurt made with a yogurt that had live cultures, this homemade yogurt also has live cultures in it. That's the key to making yogurt. You need to have those live cultures in order to make yogurt at home. I believe you can buy Culture Start, yogurt Culture Start, like in a powder form or something like that, or flakes. I've never tried that, so I don't know how well that works. I've only ever done it this way. So if you have any suggestions on that, if you've done it using the powdered cultures or powdered start, leave a comment down below and let me know how that worked out for you, because I'd be interested to knowing if that actually works very well. Okay, so that's getting mixed in there. Now we're just going to stir our yogurt into our milk. Stir it around so it's all incorporated really well. Okay, I think that's good. Now we're just going to put the lid back on. Again, make sure it's on venting and not seal. I'm going to hit the yogurt. It defaults to 8. I'm going to hit the plus key until it gets to 12 hours. I like to process it between 10 and 12 hours. I put it on for 12 hours, and around the 10-hour mark, I will check it to see if it's the thickness that and consistency that I like. And I'll just keep letting it go until it's where I like it to be. Because you can make it as thick or as thin as you want. And then once that's done, I will stick the pot in the refrigerator and then complete the process tomorrow morning. Okay, it's now the next day, and last night it did process yesterday for the full 12 hours. I put it in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight, so it's nice and cool now. As you can see, I don't know if you can see that, there's quite a bit of liquid in the yogurt. That's the whey. You could just stir this up now and bottle it up, put it in jars, however you want to keep it, and stick it in the refrigerator and eat it just like this. I like mine a little bit thicker, more like a Greek yogurt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to strain off some of this whey. And the way I'm going to do that is I have here just a stainless steel pot. I have my mesh strainer. And you can use cheesecloth, or I prefer to use a flour sack towel. I'm just going to stick that in here. And then I'm just going to dump the yogurt right into this strainer. I'm just going to cover it and then stick this right in my refrigerator. Okay, so our yogurt has finished draining, and I'll bring you in close. So as you can see, it's a pretty solid block. I'll just pull this out, and I'm going to put that right here into a bowl. And in this pan, we'll move the strainer so you can see the liquid that came out of it. This is all the whey that came out of it. And this whey I'm going to put into a jar. This yogurt is, at this point, almost to the point of being cheese. I don't quite like it that thick, so I'm going to add some of this whey back into it. and stir it in until it's the consistency that I like. I do like a thick yogurt. But what I had was just a little too thick. Now this whey that's left over, you don't want to throw that out. You can use that when making smoothies, or say you're doing mashed potatoes, you can add it in instead of milk. You can add in the whey when making mashed potatoes. Anywhere where you'd need a little liquid, so instead of milk you can add the whey, but just be careful. If something really needs milk, add the milk. But whey is a good replacement in a lot of places. It has a lot of protein in it, and so will add a lot of nutritional value to other foods. You can also I've taken it before and made a drink out of it with some ice and water. It adds a nice little tang taste to it. Okay, so that's about the consistency that I like my yogurt. So we're going to put the whey aside, put that in the refrigerator. And now I'm just going to, I just store my yogurt in these little half-pint mason jars. It works really well. It just makes a nice single serving for me. You could just put it in, a quart or a pint size jars as well, if you want to just, dish it out each time, or depending on how you use it. We pretty much have yogurt every morning, and so I'll pull out one of my yogurts. I'll generally put a little bit of honey in it, maybe a little bit of homemade vanilla. If I have elderberry syrup made, I'll put in some elderberry syrup. So however you like to flavor it up, whatever fruits or flavorings you like, it works great for that. So I think I'm going to get maybe 6 of this, which it's not too bad. I only used a little bit of yogurt from my last batch, so I didn't have to pay anything for that. And then I used a half a gallon of milk. Now, if you wanted to, you could make 100% organic, and that would save a lot of money because organic yogurt is expensive. You could buy a yogurt, an organic yogurt start, and half gallon of organic milk, and make yourself some organic yogurt. And that would be a lot cheaper, making it home than if you were to buy it. And you know exactly what's in it. Whereas when you buy yogurt in stores, a lot of times there's extra ingredients in it. It's always best when you can consume products that you know the ingredient, you know what it was made with, you know how it was made, and you can feel confident eating it and feeding it to your family. But 6 little half pints of yogurt, and all it took was a little milk, a little bit of previous start yogurt, and time. So, well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked what you saw today, please be sure to like the video And if you're not already a member of my channel, please consider subscribing and hit that bell icon to make sure you get notified each time I put out a new video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.